before TC, growing up was good. I had a great family, loving family. Actually, mum and dad just celebrated their 45th wedding anniversary, which was cool. Holidays down the coast, surfing, skating, nice quiet suburb in the Shire. Everything was good, until I started to get a bit older into teenage years, and when I went to high school, I just started to get a little bit of self-image, self-confidence, self-esteem. It started to lack a little bit. My brother at the time was really excelling in sport, on state levels and especially rugby league. And I was just always wondering, well, there must be something that I'm going to be, good at or talented. I was never envious or jealous of him. I was his biggest fan, still am. And but deep inside there was like, man, there's something, must be, what's for me, And then at about 14, tried drugs and alcohol, mostly just pot. And boom, that was it. I felt like the celebrity I wanted to, and I felt like the superstar that I wanted to feel like, and more importantly, didn't feel like me, because I didn't really like me. I just didn't feel comfortable with me, and so that was it. 20 years, just slowly imploding on the inside, just barely getting by, and the last 3 years, that's when everything really went downhill. I couldn't cope with life at all. I was just, and that's it. That was bad. What led me to 180TC? I had a conversation with a very close family friend who holds a high position in the New South Wales government. He's got a lot of experience with mental health and different things, and he said that there was no ifs or buts, but a long-term program, residential, was what I needed. The last 2 years, prior to coming to TC, I think I've been hospitalised 7 times as a direct result of drugs and alcohol. St Vincent's in Darlinghurst, Sutherland Hospital, St John of God. I always tried to avoid long-term because I didn't think that I really needed it. But once he told me straight out, and I, just believed that straight away when he told me what I didn't want to hear. And my life was just in a bad cycle at that time. I've been reported missing from family a couple of times. But I could go on for ages talking about it. But I guess to give you an idea, before I came to TC, I think it was a Monday. I was staying with my parents, and I said that I'm going to go to long term, and they weren't expecting me to leave on that particular day on the Monday. I stole some items. Wrote the email to say that I was leaving to do this, and with the intention to go out and just have a little last hurrah and then go to long term. But that last hurrah, the $100 run out in about an hour or two, and then 5 days later, I made it to Penrith, and was knocked on the door at Christ Mission Impossible. Dwayne and Matt were there, and they took me in and got me emergency housing. So I hadn't eaten for 5 days. I had no sleep. From memory, I started off in the cross, and then just as repeat patterns, just hang around the wrong people. And I think I went to Bankstown. I actually got held against my own will at Bankstown and had to call Mum for money, but Mum was just devastated, and couldn't do it, which I couldn't understand. But the tough love is probably what saved me from continuing to repeat this, because I never wanted to do this to Mum or Dad again. The guys at Christ Mission Possible got me the emergency housing, and so I was due to come to TC on the Monday. The Friday that I went into the housing was really hard. I definitely, I remember, I think I was on the 3rd floor of the unit, and I was thinking, I'd had a really bad phone call from my brother, and he was just telling the truth, but I just, and I honestly, it had been on the cards for a couple of, a year or two, but I thought, this is it. This is going to be better for for me, but my family, because I can't keep dragging my family and everyone through this hell. I didn't really care what I was doing to myself. I was just slowly killing myself. But I thought, no, this is it. This is the time to, put everyone, at ease, and I hope they understand. So I was on the 3rd floor, went to the balcony, and then I thought, oh, I don't want to, if this doesn't pull off, and then I'm a vegetable or paraplegic, then it's going to be more burden on my family. So I went inside, and I thought, well, I'll go down to Penrith train station. And I had stolen a bottle of wine. I drank that bottle of wine like in 2 seconds, and then boom, passed out. I slept for about almost a day or 2 days, and got up and struggled through the next couple of days. I had no food. I stole a kilo of bacon down the front and a litre of milk and chocolate at the back, and that's sort of what I was eating. I was just like 10 kilos underweight. I was just a mess. My mental health was just bad, but I just hung on. And the 2 angels come on Monday, picked me up and brought me to TC. And coming to TC was just the same life. Biggest challenges, without a doubt, the first 2 months. Constantly in my head, living with the guilt and shame that I felt. It was overwhelming and debilitating at times. I failed to be a father, failed to be a good husband, a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend. It was just tough, but I just took it slow, and I think at night the possibility of never seeing my son again just tore me apart, and there was heaps of nights where I just cried to sleep because I just missed him so much. I just wanted those good times to be back when everything was good. I miss him so much. ONE80TC, located at the bottom of the Blue Mountains, in between Penrith and Richmond. So it's sort of in the middle of the nowhere, and it's a long 2 or 3k dirt track road coming out here. So to be honest, my first impressions of TC was, thank God I'm not near public transport, bottle shop or anything, and there's no way I wanted to escape from this place at dark, because it's just there's nothing out here and you can't go anywhere. So it's exactly what I needed. Just the peace and quiet, away from all the city noise, the madness, the traffic, no social media, no phones. It's just an ideal location, and that was my first impressions. Plus going through the front door, being welcomed by the staff, and just straight away just felt felt wanted, and just that these guys genuinely want to help me. So my first impressions, were all positive, all good. Biggest highlights over the last 12 months here at ONE80TC for me, there's so many to talk about, but I think definitely that stands out is the brotherhood here. Just the laughs, never laughed so hard. Every day, different characters and personalities and friends, and being able to share those times going out serving the community at Rock Church, Oz Harvest, going to the fruit markets, conference, all those sort of things. But on a personal level, being trusted again towards the end of the program, trusting myself to go back to mum and dad's, they're trusting me again, building that relationship definitely. And just recently had my birthday here, and having my son call me and sing happy birthday to me was very special. And also my brother rang me for my birthday too, and that was just a really, really special day for me. Plans for after ONE80TC, I'm pretty excited. I haven't had so many goals and dreams for a long time, and having 12 months in a Christian rehab, I really started to believe that it was not by accident that I came to a Christian rehab, and I think pressing into faith and really finding out my good qualities, and just getting back to
a new creation, for better person, and I think I want to use this in my future to work in men's health, maybe organisations like Beyond Blue, Lifeline, November, whatever it may be. I spend a lot of time getting in touch with my creative side again, and so I think I want to use this for youth work maybe, even counselling. There's just so many options. I think to live a life of fulfillment, helping others, just keep it simple, and but just get just enjoy a good life. No more drugs and alcohol or anything like that. And I think helping others. I'd hate to see anyone put themselves through what I've put myself through the last years. And if I can, I think it all starts with this video. Even if it's online and someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, I seen your video," and made me realise, there's you can get help. You can, life can be good. Just got to put in the work, and that's what I think. It's going to be my life after 180TC. My final encouragement would be, to anyone that's, suffers from mental illness or substance or misuse and abuse. An old boss told me, you never find the answers at the bottom of a schooner glass. And someone else, I remember hearing, if you use drugs or drink over a problem, now you've got two problems. So, and definitely to seek help, talk to someone. So many professional services out there. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed to go out and ask for help. There's all sorts of things out there, but just don't amplify the situation. And just remember that there's better days out there for sure, and life can be good again, no matter how bad it seems at the time. Life is good.